Hi guys, welcome to this video. I'm Prashant, I'm the founder of Word Pundit, and I'm bringing this series of videos to you wherein I explain to you previous year CAT questions. Here we've got a CAT 2018 RC question and I'll be explaining the logic for this question. Before we get started with the explanation, I would like you to watch the passage analysis video for the passage, understand the passage a little more, and also solve this particular question. So let's get started now with the question itself. What does this specific question ask us? This question is based on a very specific portion of the passage. In fact, it's based on content right at the start of the passage, which makes it one of those questions that you should solve because you really don't have to search for this information, right? You don't have to spend time searching or locating this information. Now, on the basis of this passage, which of the following teams is likely to be the most effective in solving the problem of rising obesity levels? Now, out of these teams of different individuals, which one of the following is likely to be the most effective? Now let's go back to the context of the passage, the specific context of the passage. Let's explore that context and try to identify the answer. The context states very clearly the complexity of modern problems often precludes any one person from fully understanding them. So the complexity of modern problem often prevents any one person from fully understanding them. That means you need a team, and remember, the primary intent or the primary thrust of the author of the passage is that you need diverse people, you need diverse experiences, you need diversity in your teams in order to be effective to deal with these complex modern problems. Now he then takes up the example of obesity. Factors contributing to rising obesity levels, for example, include transportation systems, infrastructure, media, convenience foods, changing social norms, human biology, and psychological factors. Now, if you think closely about it, these are the names of different experts you need in order to deal with the problem of obesity. You need experts in transportation systems, infrastructure, media, convenience food, changing social norms, human biology, psychological factors. So for example, for psychological factors, you would need a psychologist. For someone who deals with foods, convenience foods, you would need a nutritionist. So you need different kinds of people to deal with these different kinds of issues. You collect all of these together and you come up with the best team. Now from these four options, we need to pick an option which highlights all these skills, which covers the biggest skill set from the one which is mentioned here. Our job in the question is to do that. Now the first two options which we rule out in this particular case are option C and D. Why do we rule out these two options? These two options say a specialized team of nutritionists from various countries who are trained in the machine learning algorithm of random decision forest. The machine learning algorithm of random decision forest has nothing to do with obesity, so this is incorrect in itself. Secondly, this only has nutritionists in it, not transportation experts, infrastructure experts, media experts, convenience food experts, psychologists, all are missing, hence ruled out. Similarly, option number D, a specialized team of top nutritionists from various countries who also possess some knowledge of psychology. They are not experts in psychology and they only possess some knowledge of psychology, right? And then you talk about a specialized team of top nutritionists. So again, you're only focusing on nutritionists. Both C and D are ruled out in this case. They only talk of nutritionists in the given case. Now this leaves us with two answer options, options A and B. The good thing about options A and B, the first part is the same. A team comprised of nutritionists, psychologists, urban planners, and media personnel. So you've included all these different factors. You've got nutritionists, psychologists, urban planners. Urban planners are going to deal with transportation systems and infrastructure, and media personnel. All the different skill sets required, all the different kinds of individuals required included in both the answer options. So the first part is the same. The second part is going to decide the correct answer. Now the second part of option number A states who have each scored a distinction in their respective subject tests. So basically you've identified the people who are at the top of with respect to test scores, right? Or who have each performed well in their respective subject tests. Secondly, you've got people who've got, in option number B, you've got people who've performed well in their subjective tests. There is no such specific criteria that they are toppers in their subject test. Now, if you remember the context of the passage, the author very clearly states that selecting people on the basis of test scores is not a great thing, right? Establishing people who have topped their particular test, that does not ensure diversity, that does not ensure diverse thinking, that actually leads to a selection of people who are kind of homogeneous in nature. So people who scored marks with distinction, this is not a criteria, this is not a valid criteria according to the author of the passage. Now on the basis of the passage, this rules out option number A. Option number B just tells us that they have performed well in their subjective test. That means they are well versed with their subjects, right? There is no necessity of them being toppers. Hence the correct answer is option number B and not option number A. This is how you evaluate this particular question. Hopefully so you're clear with the analysis now. Thank you very much for watching this video, and as always, happy learning.